Hello, day 2 of Cynthia's insane attempt at doing a cocktail every day for 24 days of Advent. So here I am. Sandra, hi. You're very reliable and I really appreciate it. So tonight I'm doing an old-fashioned because now that we make some liqueurs that are not gin related at all, I can do non-gin cocktails as well. Hi. You just watched Tom's as well, didn't you? You can't get enough cocktails. So tonight, an old-fashioned, but I'm doing a coffee old-fashioned because I am using our brand new collaborative Speciality Coffee Liqueur. This is unreal. I don't know if it has caffeine in it. Tom just did a coffee cocktail, a decaffeinated one, and he didn't use this because I'm not sure. I don't think that caffeine comes through the distillation process. I know that allergens don't and wheat doesn't come through. So I think that caffeine does not, but I wouldn't take the chance until I can confirm 100%. I'm just looking up and I'm seeing my bats. My Halloween decorations are still up, and usually we add some Christmas wreaths to the bats because we don't like to put the bats away. So we haven't added the Christmas decorations to the bats yet. By this weekend, they will have little wreaths around their neck. Anyway, so I'm going to get started on an old-fashioned. I am going to make it the way I was taught to make it. There are a lot of people that make them different ways. People are very, very specific about the ways they make old-fashions. You can read up about the history of them, and my mind just goes completely all over the place, and I get even more confused than when I started reading about it. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a sugar cube into my mixing glass. And I do in a mixing glass. You can build it in your old-fashioned glass if you want to. I like to put it in the mixing glass because I do like to strain it over fresh ice when I'm done instead of using the educated ice that's already in there. And the first thing you're going to do with that is you're going to douse it with some bitters. I today am using these Mexican Molé bitters that we got from the Bitter End in the States. I'm not sure if they're available here, but because I'm doing a coffee old-fashioned, the chocolate Molé will really lend itself nicely to it. So if you can find a coffee bitter or a chocolate bitter or a Molé bitter, even better. Better. That's the one I would go with for this particular old-fashioned. So I'm going to put a couple of dashes in. There's 1, 2, and then I'm going to bash that up with the back of my bar spoon a bit. It needs a little more liquid. I'm going to put 1/2 a dash more, and then I'm going to add my chocolate liqueur. It's 27% alcohol. It's not a really super strong alcohol, so I think it will help in, hi Rory, it will help in the dissolving of the sugar. So for this, I'm going 20 milliliters of our coffee liqueur. And this one, oh my God, it's so much different than our chocolate liqueur because the chocolate liqueur is insane. When you smell it, most people get nothing on the nose. And then when you taste it, the chocolate flavor is just really present. It's liquid chocolate. The coffee, oh my God, it's there on the nose as well. It's just amazing. So that's going in over the sugar cube, and I'm gonna bash that up until it's mostly dissolved. And I used a brown sugar, pure cane sugar cube. I like the flavor, a little extra caramelization that it adds, a little molasses kind of flavor you get with the brown sugar. I think part of the really nice thing about an old-fashioned is just the fact that it is old-fashioned, that it goes back. John, where's John? He's on his way home. Hopefully, he's making a delivery, and hopefully he will be here in time to have this old-fashioned, or I'll make him another one when he gets home. What was I saying? Yeah, it's just people have been making it this same way for ages and ages, and there are lots of different ways to make it, but again, this is the way I was taught how to make an old-fashioned. It's something about taking the time to do it. Wouldn't want to be making an old-fashioned in a busy bar because it can take anywhere from 3 or 4 minutes up to, I read somebody who stirs his old-fashioned for no less than 8 minutes. So don't order it in a busy bar. All right, so that is mostly dissolved. Smells incredible with the Molé bitters and the chocolate. I'm using a rye whiskey. This American Kentucky rye whiskey. John will definitely be able to. You do spot it. Good eye, Sandra. We got this, I think, as a gift when we were in the States. So it's been on our shelf for quite some time. It is starting to run a little bit low. Gonna have to get my parents to bring us some more when they come back. And I add the whiskey, or the rye whiskey, in 2 stages. And again, it's another thing, it's the way I learned how to do it. So I'm doing half of it, which is about 25 mil, or 30 mil today. 30 mil going in. And this is one of those occasions where I'm not gonna add tons of ice. I'm going to put 3 ice cubes in. As soon as the ice hits that whiskey, you really get that beautiful scent. Oh my gosh. So, and then I'm going to stir this until it starts to dilute. Eagle-eyed Sandra. Indeed she is. Anybody want to chat while I stir? Because I'm going to be stirring this for quite some time till the ice cubes get a little bit smaller, till the sugar's completely dissolved, till it gets really, really chilled. Then I'm going to add the second half of the whiskey in and more ice and stir it down before I strain it. How's everybody doing tonight? Stir, stir, stir. Prepping dinner as I'm watching. Ooh, what are you having? My dinner is in my Instant Pot over there right now. We're having chicken burritos. I love my pressure cooker. Do you have a pressure cooker, Sandra? I bet you do. Stir, stir, stir. I really need John here for this one because he could be a little comic relief. Because it does take a while to stir. I don't think it's going to take me 8 minutes. Courgette pasta, yum. I have a teething baby, which requires alcohol. A little whiskey on her gums. That'll put her right to sleep. With chorizo. Oh, that sounds amazing. Sounds better than my chicken thigh burritos. But, hi, Martin. Oh my gosh, the gang's all here. Say hi to Sandra and Rory, Martin. All right, and then I'm going to add the other half of my whiskey. I'm going to go 20 because I put in 30 the first time. So a little more than half first time, a little less than half second time. And now more ice. And because it's a coffee old-fashioned, I don't really think I want to garnish it with orange. Orange is your traditional garnish. Americans, this is where I'm not proud of my countrymen. Americans also muddle in a maraschino cherry and orange, and some people put pineapple in. I don't know. With a regular old-fashioned, a nice thin piece of the zest from the orange, definitely. But I can't get behind fruit salad in my old-fashions. So I'm going no garnish tonight unless somebody can suggest me a better one. I was thinking coffee beans, but in a drink on the rocks. They're going to hit, yeah, say no to pineapple in any form. Coffee beans, I don't really like them except in an espresso martini because they hit my teeth, get stuck. Well, they don't get stuck in my teeth, but just don't like the idea of coffee beans in a rocks drink. It's nice and chilled, but some of those ice cubes are still big, so I know they need to dilute more. I don't think John's going to get home in time. I'm going to have to make him another one. He did have one last night because I had to practice it because I'd never made it before. No garnish is okay. I know. I think so too. The cocktail that I made with Rory, the tier 3, which might have to be reprieved at some point in the next 23, 22 days now. We decided no garnish was necessary for it. It was just, it was lovely. Anything we thought of would have taken away from it. So, that's really, I'm gonna go a couple more seconds. I think it can get colder. Oh, it's good now. I think Molé bitters, coffee liqueur, and this rye whiskey is a good plan. My grandmother used to drink rye. I remember her asking for a rye. She didn't ask for rye whiskey. She didn't ask for an old fashioned. She just wanted rye neat. And in America, neat means poured from the bottle into the glass. You don't have neat over ice. That's on the rocks. So she would just have neat rye straight from the bottle. But all I could think of when I heard rye was bread. So I just thought she wanted bread all the time. Because I didn't know how much she drank. All right, I think that is stirred enough. I'm going to get a nice big ice cube because that diluted it perfectly. We don't need it to dilute anymore. I have a nice spherical ice cube. If I wasn't doing 24 cocktails in 24 days, I might have taken the time to make clear ice. But yeah, not about that. I'm thinking the actual hardest part of this is going to be putting makeup on 24 times rather than making 24 cocktails. But hey ho. Poor John. Let me see that. So pouring that over my nice spherical ice cube. Oh yeah. And Bob's your uncle. Cheers to December 2nd, day 2 of my advent calendar. That's lovely. It's lovely. Yeah, you can really still taste the beautiful, beautiful whiskey, rye whiskey. The coffee is just really a hint in the background. Hi, Tom. You missed my old-fashioned. I made a coffee old-fashioned with my liqueur and this nice rye whiskey. It's ace. So that's it. Looks great. Gin Taurus, that's a cocktail you can get behind, isn't it, Martin? You don't like any of these too many ingredient shaken with egg whites, anything. But yeah, that is a nice old-fashioned. I could get used to drinking these. Coffee old-fashioned, Molé bitters. I highly recommend it. And I'm thinking I'm going to have to make a second one when John gets home, in addition to maybe practicing something for tomorrow. I think since I've done 2 stirred down cocktails, I am going to do a shaken cocktail tomorrow. If anybody has any cocktails they'd like to see me make in the next 22 days, let me know. I will be making a cocktail with Tom sometime soon. He's been experimenting with his Tom's Old Tom. The Molé bit, they are, Sandra, the next time I go to the States, if I can't find any, I'm gonna get you. So if you can't find any here, I'm gonna get you some because you will do great things with this Holly Island gin. Hi, Holly Island gin. So Tom is starting to make playing with some cocktails with his personally developed Old Tom Gilliford, young Tom Gilliford. And he's going to let me know when he's ready to do another live with me. And we are going to have some fun. And hopefully I won't get so drunk that I forget to save and delete instead. Anybody have anything they'd like to say or ask or anything before I go and drink the rest of this before John gets home? Oh, yeah. Coffee, Molé, whiskey, a little bit of sugar, just a little hint of that sweetness. Cool. I need at least 4 recipes. 4! Oh my goodness gracious. Can you do an alcohol? Oh no, you can't do an alcohol-free one with your Old Tom. All right. I thought you usually do 3. Thanks for sharing. Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for watching. You've watched Tom's whole thing today. I saw your face pop or your name pop up there, and now you're watching mine. I really, really appreciate it. Till tomorrow evening. Bye, Sandra. Thank you for watching. Bye, Tom. Bye, Rory, if you're still watching. Bye. Oh, is your name Katie? I think it's Katie. I looked yesterday. Or is it? Yes. I don't know. Till tomorrow. Tell me what your name is, KGB Jorn, because I see you pop up now and then, and I want to know your name. I'm not leaving until you tell me. I know there's a delay. Yes, you. Bye, Martin. Kerry. Ah, so close, Kerry. All right, I'm going to remember that. So I will see you tomorrow for tomorrow's cocktail, and I will remember your name. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much again for watching.